Hey, babe, what you got there?
This is a check from Carvana. I just sold my car to them. I went online and Carvana gave me an offer right away. Then they just picked up the car and gave me this.
Well, that's a big check. Well, obviously you could put this towards your next car, or we could finally get that jacuzzi, or I could start taking tuba lessons, or I could quit my job and write my memoir.
Or I can put it towards my next car with Carvana.
Sorry, your check, not mine.
Sell your car to Carvana. Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get a real offer in seconds.
And welcome to Whispers in the Wings, a theatre podcast with your hosts, Joshua Broadbent and Kelly Plank. Members of the Whispers in the Wings community, this is your Act 1 Beginner's Call. Your Act 1 Beginner's Call. Thank you. Hey Josh.
Hi Kelly, how are you this week?
Yeah, I am doing really well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very, very well and very excited because we have some sort of really interesting, fun things to share with our listeners today.
We do. Well, first, not so fun. We were in ISO. Thank you, COVID.
Thank you, COVID. We were isolating apart, not together.
Correct.
But we were in isolation for sort of different reasons, but we won't go into that. Let's leave COVID behind. You get it. You are either in isolation
or you have COVID.
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
But that did mean that we weren't able to record, hence a bit of a week off.
A bit of a week off. It feels very foreign being back in front of this microphone today.
It does. However, last week, we were just too busy to record, Josh.
We were too busy to record. So Kelly and I had the really wonderful opportunity to sort of step up and for you change departments for a couple of days.
Yeah. Due to unforeseen circumstances, a lot of stage management were in ISO. And that required me to move from wardrobe to learn the stage management plot. And for Josh to learn the show call.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was more than just learning the show call though. It was running everything for 2 days. Which, do you know what? I really enjoyed. And especially after sort of 2 years of COVID and not having called a show in so long.
Yeah.
It was really rewarding. And I am very proud of myself to go, oh, okay, I can still do it. I still have those skills. I have those abilities. And I couldn't have done any of that without you and Toby.
Yeah, so we had Toby as well, who was with us for a couple of days, or 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
And he is another fellow stage manager
He
has just gone on to Mary Poppins.
I know.
I'm a little jealous.
Just filling a little bit of a gap to come and help us and save us, and then off he goes to fly with Mary.
Exactly. Off to London, figuratively.
Yes. Let's sort of talk through the week and what happened. So for me, it sort of started on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So I got a call from the producers basically being like, hey, we are going to get you to learn the show call. Mm-hmm. You have 3 days to sort of get it together because we don't know where we're going to be starting the week on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Sure, because the show normally rehearses. There is a cover call standard on Tuesday.
Yeah. Standard Tuesday rehearsal and then 2 shows on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I had to quickly jump into action, ran into the theatre, printed out a prompt copy.
As you do.
As you do.
So for those who aren't aware, what's a prompt copy?
A prompt copy is a book that basically holds all of the cues in the show, from lighting to sound. You read through it as you go.
Yeah.
And basically, Alex, go. Flies, go. Stuff like that.
Occasionally, or more than occasionally, with numbers attached.
Yeah. Look, for me, it was just getting the what the element was, so the lighting or the flies and the go. Numbers. Everyone else knows what they're doing.
It's all good. It was a bit of a baptism by fire.
It was. So typically, you would have the main show caller, so the deputy stage manager.
Yep.
With you sort of going over the book, learning how it goes, pointing out specific things.
To look for on cameras.
On cameras, exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that.
No, you just had an archival recording, which for those who have never seen one, they are grainy, they are off-putting, they are hard to watch.
And this archival recording throughout Act 2 started to become out of sync, so the audio was ahead of the video.
Lovely.
So trying to do visual cues.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit harder.
Becomes very hard.
Yeah, so you worked through the show call on the weekend, yeah?
I did. So I spent a long time sitting there with the book and just going through the call from top to bottom, going over the numbers that I thought sort of had trouble with. There are a couple of numbers, heart to heart, for example. The tempo changes. So you go from counting, in your twos at quite a speed to counting two very slowly.
Yeah.
I lost it. So I would go over those numbers and especially transitions.
Yeah.
Because transitions involve
a lot of different elements.
And page turning as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And, in theatre, we like to make transitions quite fast.
We do. What was great about this prom copy is that the deputy stage manager had actually done it all digitally.
Amazing.
So I was able to just go and print it out. Typically, you would write your own. So I'd be sitting there with a ruler and a pen copying what they had wrote. So it saved so much time.
I've never, unless, as an ASM, I've never done my own prom copy.
I have this show and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory the first time that I sort of inherited a digital prom copy. But typically what I'll do is make a copy of that file and then make it my own. So put in, my language, the way I call things and when, to start prefixing, when to start talking and all of that sort of stuff. So usually I do that, but I didn't have time for this.
No, of course not. It was kind of go for you.
So then we found out that we were going to need more people in stage management because we had me and only me.
Yeah, so on Monday, I was so close to close of business. In fact, I think it may have been after close of business on Monday. I get a lovely phone call from the tech director going, hey, you stage manage, right? You don't just dress. And voila, I was in for rehearsals with Toby and yourself the following day. Learning the plot.
So we came in early on the Tuesday and I spoke you and Toby through the plot, which is really weird to do when you don't have everything there. The show's not happening because I'm like, okay, so you're going to stand here and you're going to do this. So look out for that. And you're like, okay, great. And then you sort of just write next to it a note.
Well, the other weird thing is I don't know what was better. Toby had seen the show from out front.
Yeah.
Mind you, it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I had never seen the show and I don't do a lot in my plot for dressing, particularly in Act 1. And I sit upstage in the crossover. So I don't look at anything. I don't know what's going on stage. I don't know who's doing what. I didn't know who Bob was. So Bob the character. It's not my circus, not my monkey.
Yeah, I guess the thing that was good having the both of you is that Toby had seen the show.
Yeah.
But although you may not be actively listening, you hear the music every night.
Absolutely.
So you sort of have
I knew the music.
Yeah.
I knew what part of my book I was up to. Depending on the song. Ooh, Heart for Heart. Andre Agassi's just gone and won Wimbledon. Before I have gone on to shows and had to jump into a stage management plot without even knowing what the show was. So it wasn't the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of a similar thing for me because I have seen the show from the front a couple of times.
Lucky duck.
And I do the deck plot for both stage management and props. So I sort of know the rough thing, but calling a show is very different because there's other things you need to be looking out for.
Absolutely.
And that focus. 2 hours of just sitting there focusing. I was tense by the end. I went to the physio in between shows because I had so much tension in my neck because that's what happens when even in just a normal show caller sort of experience, if you're doing something for the first time, you're going to feel like that. And after the show finished, I just let out this huge sigh.
Yeah.
And I nearly cried.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Well, no, it's not funny that you nearly cried, Josh.
Thanks.
But I kind of had an opposite experience to you. So the last time that I was doing a stage management track, I was doing it on a blown disc in my back.
Yeah.
And so just constantly having heat packs, changing them out throughout the show. And then this is the first time in 2 years and since I had surgery that I was able to just do a plot pain free. I was just like, this is easy. This is great. I can run. I can reach down. I can push things. So, yeah, I came out of it going, oh, I feel all loosey-goosey.
Oh, good.
And you were like, I had to go to the physio.
Yeah, that neck tension was so bad.
Well, yeah, I think it's also, you know, you're not used to looking down so much and then looking up, trying to spot what you need to on the cameras. Yeah. And then, you know, just having your arms in awkward positions for cue lights.
Yep.
And, yeah.
There's a lot of layers to calling a show.
Absolutely. And you did it standing up, didn't you?
No, I sat down the entire show.
Oh.
I nearly look, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he was being lazy.
You were so busy. Anytime I looked over at you and Toby, it was just head in the plot, moving around.
Yeah.
No, I typically do sit when I'm calling a show. I find it more comfortable. I did start to want to stand up.
Yeah.
But I can't do that move, like live move, because I was like, I just need to focus on these numbers.
It's all right. You'll get to the point where you want to boogie.
Yes, I did see a video of someone on Instagram who calls dancing. Like they're standing up dancing and they're like throwing their arms around.
Was that me? Is there a video of me that I don't know about on Instagram?
Look, it wasn't you. They were throwing their arms around and they were like going crazy. And I was like, do you know what? That's too much for me. Like,
yeah, look,
standing up, feeling the beat in your body, great.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't dance like that.
Yeah, good.
Occasionally, you know, if we've done a 9-show week, we're at the 9th show and I've been calling 7 of them, I'll be like, oh yeah, Alex, Q1, go, 2, go. And that's not how I call a show whatsoever. We're cutting that.
I really wish the listeners could see you dancing.
No, I dance a lot better than that. But, you know, I've been known to call shows whilst riding a stationary bike.
Yes.
So I just like to move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the week started off so we went into rehearsals after you walked Toby and I through the plot. And it was, I don't know if it was more beneficial or more of a hindrance because half the cast weren't there for rehearsals.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't have the principals and also we didn't do a full run. We skipped so much.
Yeah. And so I'm just looking at my plot and I'm going, I'm ready to, you know, move this desk. Nope. Okay, we're all the way into the next scene now. We're not even doing the scene change. Excellent.
Yeah, it was really weird to do. It felt very disjointed. Yeah. But we had very limited amount of time. We had 4 new swings that we needed to teach a show to. Yeah. So there was a lot for us to do. So I can see why we had to. And I mean, we got to the end of the day and we were pushing for time.
Oh, absolutely. There was so much that we needed to do and got it done.
We did get it done.
Yeah.
We did get it done.
Miraculously, but it was done and it was good.
It was a team effort from absolutely everyone. And so was sort of the next couple of days to pull this show together for an audience as well.
Yeah. I mean, we were lucky to have the majority of the cast back come Thursday. Yeah. So we had a really fun 2-show Wednesday.
We did.
With lots of covers and swings.
That's what they're there for.
Exactly.
We celebrate them. They're a really vital, important part of the industry and of the arts, as is swings in stage management, swings and props, which, look, you coming in and changing from wardrobe into stage management to just get the show going. It's just so important.
Look, I'm very important. No. So I guess we should kind of talk about the difference between swings and covers because they are very different.
Yeah. So it's sort of that thing of a cover or an understudy will typically cover a principal role, typically.
Yeah.
And then the swings come in to cover the ensemble.
Yeah.
That if they go off or if, you know, they're getting swung out or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, you know, swings like we had, we're doing split tracks all over the place. Yeah. So normally they'd come in to cover person A and then they might have to halfway through also cover person D.
Yeah.
And they just do it. with a smile. And
honestly, I find them fascinating because I stand there and I watch them learning it. I'm like, because they don't just know one person. Now, as you said, they know person A, B, C, D, maybe E, but maybe they do person A in this one scene, then person B in this second scene, and then they go to person D for this number because of just how it works.
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated by their brain. Like, I don't think I could do it.
No. I've had to do it, not in a performing capacity.
Oh, I thought we were going to get an exclusive scoop there.
No, I will keep my performing days completely under wraps.
Yeah.
But no, I've had to split tech tracks before on shows just because we have not had the crew to do it. Yeah. And it's hard. And you rely on the people around you a lot to do it.
Yes.
Which we got to witness firsthand.
Yeah, the support from the producers, company management, every other department, coming to us going, if you need anything, let us know what we can do to help you. It makes you feel really warm and fuzzy, like you really enjoy working with people that make you feel like that know that they've got your back. And I was told about the show call, they're like, don't worry if you stuff it up. As long as it happens, it happens. Don't stress about getting the numbers right. Don't stress about, landing everything perfectly because you've literally pulled it together in no time.
Yeah. It also helps that we were, that we're not in previews. The show's open and people know what it's meant to look like.
Well, that's the thing. The lighting operator can take a lot of their cues themselves, and they did. And they really helped me in times of that. Kelly, there was a moment when I was calling that I just went, I don't know where we are anymore. I will pick it up once I know. Can you please just continue to take the cues that you know?
Yeah.
And then I flipped to the next page and went, oh, okay. Oh, yep, I can hear it in the music. Okay, cool. The next lighting cue we'll be going into is LX 234 or whatever it was. And then I picked up from there and continued.
Yeah.
I was told after that, people were like, that was just amazing because you weren't panicked. You didn't hear panic in my voice. And I was very calm and I just went to a point of, I just don't know where we are. So you just do the cues and I'll pick it up. And I'm surprised at myself because usually I would have been like, okay, I don't know. Like, I'm panicked.
But that's the stage manager in you. You can't be panicked.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
you are the voice that's leading the show.
Yes.
And so, if you're going to be hesitant on a geo,
Yeah.
that as soon as the op hears a G for go, they're going to tap it.
Exactly.
All in all, it was quite a big week.
It was. I just want to say, because I don't know if I have actually said it to you because
don't be
last
too
week was
complimentary.
No, I know. That was feedback that we got from the first episode.
Go on.
I do want to actually thank you. Like, honestly, thank you for the Tuesday and the Wednesday.
It's fine.
Because, don't blow it off. Because I really relied on you and Toby, and
it was a team effort.
I appreciate the both of you. So, Toby, if you're listening, thank you very much. And Kelly, thank you. Thank you very much.
All good. It's part of the gig.
It is part of the gig. Do you know what else is part of the gig?
An interval.
Interval!
Popcorn Podcast with Lee and Tim is your weekly fix for all things movies.
It's bite-sized, moreish and a little salty.
Every week we review the latest cinema releases as well as chat movie news and trailer insights.
Search Popcorn Podcast with Lee and Tim on your favourite podcast app now.
Members of the Whispers in the Wings community, this is your Act 2 Beginner's Call. Your Act 2 Beginner's Call. Thank you. So, Kelly, how was your interval?
Oh, amazing. I had time after my reset to go and get a Kit Kat.
Well, you could have helped me because I didn't even get a chance to go to the bathroom. So let's get this Act 2 moving, please.
Look, here's a Kit Kat in condolence.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
No
Why is
worries.
it half bitten? Did you half eat this one?
Welcome back to Act 2, where you, our audience, ask us some questions.
But not only questions, we would love hot tips. We would love experiences. We want more. Give us more.
Oh, Josh.
Kelly, before we do get in these questions, how can people ask us some
Okay,
things?
so if you want to head to Instagram, you can go to @WhispersInTheWings, or you can email us at whispersinthewingspodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can do as Ethan has done and head to anchor.fm to our Whispers in the Wings page there and leave us a voice message for us to play. All of those links obviously are in the show notes below.
Hang on. Josh.
Yes.
Does that mean that we actually have somebody who's left a voice memo message?
Yes, we do.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay. Should we play it?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, gang. I wanted to know, from your perspective, do you prefer when a show goes by the book, exactly how it was planned, perfectly? Or do you enjoy when things go slightly wrong and it has to be managed throughout the show?
Ethan, what a brilliant question. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Ethan, for sending in that question. It's a really good question that a lot of stage managers get asked.
Absolutely. And Josh, have you had to think about this and what your answer will be?
Yes, I have had to think about this. And do you know what? The reason I do live theatre is because I love it when things go wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go, that's my answer. I want to go into more detail, but I need to know your answer now.
Okay, so mine's a bit convoluted.
Ooh.
Like you, I do live theatre because I love flying by the seat of my pants.
Yes. Quaking in those boots.
Quaking in those boots. However, I think a little part of me, and maybe that's like the most stage manager part of me, wants it to go perfect every time because that's what the producers want.
Yeah.
And that's what the audience wants. The show kind of needs to be the same each day. But I love it when things go wrong as well.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to have to agree with you on that part of going right because
Yeah.
we go to be professionals and to do our job and we want to make sure we give the audience the exact same show every single night and do it 100% right, but also the audience never know if something has gone wrong unless it's
a
like
show
really
stop.
wrong. This is true. This is very true. But also I love it when things go wrong because it's that moment that we truly get to shine and actually show our skills and our ability because we've got to be quick on our feet. We've got to jump into action. And most of the time, you can't prepare for what's going to go wrong.
Well, kind of funny that you say that,
Oh,
Josh.
no. What happened?
So on Phantom, we literally had a contingency book for every single contingency that could go wrong. In saying that, we had things that went wrong that weren't in the contingency book.
See, that's the thing. You can't always plan
you
for
can't,
it.
You can't. And yeah, no, you are right that is when we get to shine and when people don't often think of stage management and creativity as two things that go together.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, when things go wrong, that's when we're the most creative.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, people go to uni, they do costume design, they do lighting design, and then there's always stage management, you know, just a bit to the side. And people are like, those are the non-creative people, but you have to come up with things in a pinch. Ethan, what a great question. Thank you so much. I think Josh and I kind of actually agreed on that one.
I think so. Yeah.
We have yet to disagree, but there is always time.
So on to our next question, Kelly, which comes from Sarah. And her question reads, do you need to know how to read music to call a show?
I don't think you need to be able to read music.
Not at all.
Can you read music?
I can't, actually.
Okay.
I have not learnt that. I am interested in learning that, whether I go and take, piano lessons or something to learn the basics of it. What I do notice, though, once I'm comfortable with calling a show is that I will start to pick up bits of the score in the music, and I'll circle it and I'll go, oh, that's, this trumpet, or that's, a guitar riff or something like that. And I start to pick that up.
Absolutely. So how do you count the beats?
Yeah. Typically count in 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever, however
16.
fast, 16, however fast, the music is going, depends on obviously how fast you call. So
absolutely.
And I know for a fact you can read music.
Yeah, so I can read music. I can read music to a ballet opera standard.
And what does that mean?
So my understanding, it's probably a UK thing, is that you can basically take a classical piece and call off it straight away. So
sort of like sight reading, like you don't need
kind of, yeah. And so when you're talking about classical compared to more contemporary stuff and music theatre, the time signatures change a lot. So you're able to just pick it up, go, oh, here's a change, I get it, I can read it, I can see it, and I can call it.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah, for that question. We will go into show calling more specifically in a later episode.
Yes, we will.
Because we know that that's something that is so interesting, and that's what a lot of people wanting to get into the industry, especially into musical theatre, is so, curious by. So we will get into that later date. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Whispers in the Wings. Kelly, goodbye.
Josh, farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen. So long, farewell.
I know. Is that how we're finishing?
Whispers in the Wings acknowledges the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respects to elders past, present and future. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded, always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Hello and welcome to the Cheese Wheel Podcast, your new favorite podcast about hyperfixations gambled on a wheel. In this podcast, we are covering anything that we want to talk about, but the problem is we don't know what we're covering every week, and it's something new every time. And I am joined by two of my co-hosts, Andrew DeWolf.
Hello. I'm happy to be here.
And Liz Eston.
Hello. Also very happy to be here.
And this show is weekly, and every time someone else brings something to the table that's a little bent, we're going to be covering anything and everything, including Chaperone's new album, Spy Kids, and the film version of Waitress. We're going to have a new episode every Friday, and you're going to see the vast arrays of interests we might have. Andrew, what might be one of your choices?
Oh, I mean, I could pick something like, I don't know, famously bad movie Miami Connection, and we could have a good time watching something that I love that's kind of terrible. Or I could pick something incredibly good, like Jacob's Ladder, which is my favorite movie of all time.
Incredible. And Liz, what about you?
I don't know. I could go with something like a Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, so I can talk about my favorite comedy, since Jess didn't let me do it on the old podcast.
Well, funny you bring that up. In case you're wondering what happened to Musicals with Cheese, we ended that show, but the show's still here and living on in season 1. So if you want to go back and listen to our backlog, that's still here. But right now, we're just the Cheese Wheel. Please keep on listening. We got a lot of fun stuff to come, and we hope that you like what we're doing.